morning. In fact, I just watched Good Morning Vietnam, so I'm going to say good morning wherever you are. And that's the whole reason we're doing this show, right? Is because one beautiful thought in the morning can start you off on a great day. In fact, that is exactly our theme for today, is morning routines and what you can do in the morning to ensure and engineer a happy day. So remember, today only happens once. So we want to make it amazing. Now, what if you could impact your day by just making a few slight changes to your morning routine? I know, maybe you're not a morning person. I used to say all the time, I'm not a morning person. I always used to think I did my best work in the middle of the night. But a few years ago, I took a job and I had to work, and I had a long commute. I had to get up early. And I don't know if any of you have ever drove to LAX during morning traffic. It is no fun. So in order to beat that, I started leaving earlier, and then to leave earlier, I had to get up earlier. Then I got to the routine where I was up at 4, in the car by 5, at work by 6. And incredibly, this new getting up in the morning early was life-changing for me. And I want to talk about the benefits of not just getting up early, but getting up and getting started to your day. Now, I did some research on this, on what makes a great morning habit, right? What routine gives you the best chance for a great day? And there were so many, I found so many great ideas. So the first thing I'm going to start by saying is I'm going to talk about all those ideas, but this is a menu. This is an ad hoc menu where you choose what's best for you. Some of the things on this morning routine, I'm probably not going to do. They don't work for me. They're not part of the way I operate. And some of the things I do may not work for you. So I'm going to try to look at all of the things that impact us in the morning, or impact our day, or help us to make sure that we are indeed engineering a great day. And the number one thing, the thing in every article I read, I'm going to tell you the number one thing is do not look at your phone first thing in the morning. In fact, let's back up. Where is your phone when you're in bed at night? Is it right next to you in the bed? Are those blue lights glaring at you all night for where it sits on your nightstand? Move the phone. Move it away from your bed. You don't want that EMF in your head anyway, but that's one trick, is move the phone. Don't look at the phone. Wake up and let's focus on you first thing in the morning. Think about the phone as your portal to the outside world. You wake up in your safe little space. Maybe you're not quite ready to open that portal to the whole world just yet. And maybe you think, well, they don't know I'm there. I'm just looking. I'm just checking my news feed. I'm just checking to see if I got any messages. But now you have dove out that portal into that world, and you have missed your opportunity to set the stage for your fantastic day. So our number one thought is stay away from that phone in the morning. Number 2. Let's see, I'm going to look at a couple of these things here. But I don't like that list at all. So let's look at some of the things that we talk about. So here's one of my favorite tips in the morning. Make your bed. Get up and make your bed. It takes 3 minutes if you do it well. It gives you a feeling of accomplishment. You've started the day with something. You're not tempted to crawl back into bed. In fact, there is a whole book written by Navy Admiral William McRaven. He wrote a whole book about making your bed. He says if you make your bed every morning, you'll have accomplished your first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another, and by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. I never used to make my bed. What's the point, right? I'm just getting back in it in a few hours. But I have found changing that habit of making my bed is just kind of a symbolic start to the day. Ring the bell, the day starts. When I was driving to LA every day, I found that routine was everything. And in order to do it well, a routine works great for me. And so one of the tips I read about was, I accidentally discovered this, but because I'm because I need lists and I need things to be the same sometimes to help me. But one of the tips was do the same routine in the morning. Get ready the same way. You have a list of things you do. You wash your hair, you brush your teeth, you feed your dog, you do your exercises, maybe you read some Bible verses, maybe you meditate, maybe you exercise, maybe you look at your bills in the morning, maybe you go through your email. We all have a list of things we do to get ready before we head off to our real day, right? When life starts, when work starts, when school starts, when the babies wake up, when your day, whatever is the bell that rings the start of your day. But having a checklist or a get ready list that says, do these things. I must do these 5 things, and if I do them in the same order, you get a routine where you're not thinking about that. You're not thinking about, well, what will I do next? Oh, wait. We spend a lot of time making decisions. Make them ahead of time. Do your routine. Do a routine and see if that doesn't speed things up, or at least make it go smoother. The idea is we're trying to get rid of our stress in the morning. And I guess I missed the number 1 tip. I said it was don't look at your phone, but I'm going to back up. The number 1 tip is get up early. Give yourself extra time. If you're that person that's jumping out of bed, grabbing your clothes, washing your face, and grabbing your car keys, your day is starting off in a rush. And let's stop for a minute. You wouldn't go to an important meeting where you had to make a presentation. You wouldn't meet with your banker to try to get a loan. You wouldn't go out on an important date. You wouldn't do almost anything without a little bit of preparation. So when your day, yes, you're prepped by putting on your lipstick and brushing your teeth and eating your breakfast. But mental preparation is part of our list as well, right? And part of that mental preparation for the day is simply having enough time. It's simply having the time to sit and have a cup of coffee. Have a cup of coffee. Read the newspaper. Leisurely go through your emails, not dashing from one, not checking the phone and checking the time every few seconds to see if you have enough time. Get up earlier. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. I'm gonna go through some how do I get up earlier. How do you get up earlier? Everybody says, but I love to sleep in the morning. I'm not a morning person. We're going to talk about how do you get up earlier. And that is an important thought. But so we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to go through my list of other things in your morning, and then we'll talk about how to start the day earlier. Another one is stretching. Stretching, I'm going to leave exercise on the table. A lot of people exercise. If you love to exercise and you do it in the morning, that's one of those things that's on your list. Our lists are all going to look a little different. I'm not a big exerciser, but I am a big stretcher. I do love to stretch, so I have a morning stretching routine where I just, getting older, I don't want to lose range of motion, where I just stretch my body, and that's part of my routine. In stretching, I read somewhere that a morning stretch routine can add 10 years to your life. As you get older, it keeps you from having that limited range of motion and keeps you flexible and moving, and that's what we all want, isn't it? Flexibility. So do some stretches in the morning. Drinking water in the morning. Don't go straight to the coffee. Water, you're dehydrated during the night. Chug a glass, or drink a glass of water. I won't say chug a glass. I'll say drink a glass of water in the morning. It's so important. We don't even realize how important it is. Okay. Aren't these all good ideas? Now, the one thing I started doing that also added to my daily routine that helped me so much, and that is to have a list of what I'm going to do that day. Sometimes in the morning, as you sit down, if you haven't done it the night before, you start off your day, I don't know, I need a little direction. It helps me a lot to sit and think about what are the top 3 things I need to get done today, and then write them down. And then no matter what happens in my day, and I'm not talking about I have to turn in my report at work, because those are things that are going to get done. I'm done. What 3 things do I want to make sure get done today? And then I have a touchstone. I have a list of things I want to accomplish. 3 things, 5 things, it doesn't matter. But have a plan. What's your day going to look like, right? So you're going to get up. You're going to drink some water. Maybe you meditate. I am a meditator, but I'm trying to work it into my morning routine. I'll be honest. It's something I have not yet worked into my morning routine. I meditate sporadically. I'm trying to work it in on a regular basis. But I do spend 5 minutes in my bed in the morning thinking about my day, going inside, just internally having a little moment of quiet. And that's something I need to work on, is upgrading that meditation. Because who doesn't have 5 minutes or 10 minutes that they can devote to themselves? Serenity. Getting at peace with ourselves. Getting our direction. Listening for the still voice that's going to tell us what's in store for today. What's in store for this week. What's going on in our lives. We need to listen to that small voice, and that's part of our morning routine. Is whether you call it meditation, whether you're doing it in the shower while you're showering and you're just slowly, but you're taking a moment to connect with your source, to connect with what's important to you in your life, bigger than you are. That's part of your morning routine. And then there's the gratitude, right? Now, I've heard gratitude practice in so many different ways. You can do it so many ways, and we all find the way that makes sense to you, but the point is you got to do it. You have to find time in your day, every day, to run through your list of things that you're grateful for and feel grateful and put yourself in a feeling of gratitude, so that as you look at your day, as you're set to deal with the foibles and the conflicts and the struggles that every day brings, you started off understanding all of the gifts, all of the resources, all of the treasures that are yours, that are your command. And that is that's a confidence builder, and that gives us the calmness and serenity to deal with whatever the day brings. Now, I started an evening gratitude practice. I write it down before I go to bed, but I seem to forget all the time. So what I did was I took a little notebook and I tuck it behind my pillow when I make my bed in the morning. And I tuck it behind my pillow, so when I get in bed at night, there it is, and I can remember to write down a few things. And if I don't, I do it in the morning. The chance is just at some point in the day to touch base with that gratitude list. I try to write it at night and read it in the morning. Sometimes I forget to write it at night, so I write it in the morning, and then I read it at night. But maybe you just do it in your head. Maybe you don't want to journal. Maybe you just want to go through your list of things that you're grateful for every day. But taking a moment to sit in gratitude is girding ourselves. It is putting on the armor of the day, just like a routine does. But in my opinion, and of course this is nothing but my opinion, in my opinion, this is the strongest one that you've got. The strongest is gratitude. The strongest tool in your arsenal, the thing that's going to get you through the day, is living in gratitude. Now, some people enjoy something, I won't even talk about it, called oil pulling. I've started reading about it. It sounds fantastic. I don't do it, but some people swear by it, that it's a morning routine. I'm going to skip past that because it's not on my list, but if you're interested in it, just look up oil pulling on Google. Those will be very good for you. The sunrise. Being up early enough to watch the sunrise. For me, that's my connection with Source, right? When I see the sunrise, I feel the immensity of the universe. I feel the gloriousness of God and all that is mine, all the gifts that are mine. And so that gratitude and that connection with Source, sunset kind of brings it all together. If you're lucky enough to be in a place where you can see the sunset, if not, maybe you get out and you walk to see the sunset, but it happens every day. The sunset comes up every day. It can be counted on every day. It can be part of your routine. And let's see, what else do we have to talk? What else is there, right? I'm going to come back here. What else is there to talk about in the morning? Well, you have a routine. You're going to get up early. Couple things I didn't talk about. One thing I do is stretching. We talked about stretching as far as a stretching routine, but one thing I do is I stretch in bed before I get up. I put my hands way above me and I reach for the stars and I reach for the sky. I reach up above me and I stretch as hard as I can. Point my toes, reach my arms up, stretch. That stretch is, your body gets used to things. Your body gets used to routines. When I stretch like that, it's a signal to my body. Time to wake up. Time to start the day. Start your day with a big stretch in bed. Reach for the sky. Reach for God. Reach for the highest things you can attain for the day. Physically, reach for them. It makes a difference. It's funny how our physical body makes a difference on what we're thinking. And that stretch in the morning, that reaching up, can make a difference in setting our intentions for the day. And that's about it, right? The morning is about, in a nutshell, it's about having enough time so you're not rushed. You're not waking up, grabbing the keys, splashes water on your face, grab a cup of coffee, hit the road. That is not conducive to a thoughtful day. So it's have enough time. We talked about how are we going to get up early. The benefits of getting up early are, it's an amazing start today to get early. It gives you the time to do all those things we talked about. Have a look at the sunrise. Do some stretching exercises. Have a quiet moment of reflection with yourself. Fill out your gratitude list. That's where you get that time, is by having a little bit of extra time in the morning. Goal time. Time to set some goals. Time to review your day. So how do you get to be early? Well, I don't like the morning. How do you get to be an early riser? I was lucky enough to have it forced on me through circumstances of a job. In fact, that's why I'm starting this little coffee show in the morning, is I am retired, and without a start to my day as far as a work day start or someplace to be, I have trouble with structure. So I set this little moment in the day where I would come, have my coffee, talk about things that make you happy, how to be happy, why you need to be happy, why happiness is important, all the things I think about and talk about all the time anyway. And the secret to that, oh wait, I lost myself here. Okay. And the secret here is, so how do you do that? No, that's right, I lost my train of thought. Okay, let's go back. How do you do that? How do you get up earlier? I'm not a morning person. I don't really like to get up that early. Okay, so a couple things. Number one, I think not starting it all at one time. Maybe increments. Maybe you wake up 15 minutes earlier tomorrow and 15 minutes earlier and get used to that for a while. I don't know. I find drastic changes are hard to sustain. So maybe some incremental changes. Maybe you find you almost have enough time in the morning. You just need 30 more minutes. Get up 30 minutes earlier. Anybody can do that. Maybe you're really rushing, you want to try a whole new routine. But instead of waking up, the recommendation is 90 minutes. You should wake up 90 minutes before, like I said, the bell rings. The bell for school, you have to be at work, the kids are waking up, you have your first appointment, whatever that is, you have to be on the phone, whatever that is for you. 90 minutes before that first thing. But maybe you work your way up to that. Another suggestion is go to bed earlier. Oh, we're going to talk about that another time. Sleep is so important. Sleep and happiness. I read somewhere, the secret to being happiness is get enough sleep. Period. So, sleeping is everything. So you can't steal from sleep. You can't say, I'm going to get up earlier and steal my sleep to have some more time. Where are you going to get it? Go to bed earlier. Even if you're not really tired. Your body, again, recognizes symbols. You get in that bed. The covers, the down is so comfy. Your head is relaxed on that soft pillow. You breathe deeply and think about your day. You might be more tired than you think. Another tip is get up as soon as the alarm comes. No snoozing. Forget that snoozing crap. That is death. Get up. You hear the alarm, get up. Get out of bed. This is where willpower comes in. This is where you just have to say, this is important to me. I'm going to do this. The alarm's going to go and I'm going to get up. For me, the secret is jump in the shower right away. That's how I do it. Up, into the shower. Once the water hits me, I'm awake. The day has started. There's no going back. Whatever that is for you, maybe it's take a run. Maybe it's stick your face in a bowl of cold water. I don't know. But get up and get started right away. Don't lay in bed. Don't snooze. Don't drag it out. That I don't know. For me, makes it hard. And get out of your bedroom. Get up. Move around the whole house. Act like your day has started. And don't allow your brain to talk you out of it, right? Have a good reason. I'm doing this because. Why are you getting up earlier in the morning? I'm doing this because I want to be happier every day. I'm doing this because I want to have I want to get more done. So many reasons to get up early. So have a good reason. Remember what it is. And then when that little voice says, oh, you could stay in bed. Oh, you got 15 more minutes. Remember that reason. And switch into, I'm up, I'm on, let's go. Make a reward system for yourself. If I get up early, I'm going to have something special for breakfast. I'm going to have good coffee. We drink grocery store coffee during the week and flavored gourmet coffee on the weekends. But sometimes when I get up in the week, I say, if I get up early, I'm having gourmet coffee today because I deserve it. Right? And then once you're up, take advantage of that extra time. Don't waste it sitting around reading blogs, unless that's your job, right? Unless that's part of your one of your goals. Wake up early, but don't waste the time. Get a jump on the day. Plan your day. Set some goals. Set some intentions. Get in touch with your gratitude. Have a moment for yourself. And then when you walk out to the day, you are prepared, you are focused, and you know exactly what's going to do. Alrighty. And so that's our show for today. Get up. Getting up. Getting up in the morning. Starting your morning in a way that I won't say ensures a great day, but certainly sets the stage for an awesome day, for a happy day. That's the story for today. I don't have a poem for today, so we're just going to leave it at get up, get started, jump up out of bed, embrace your day, take advantage of the time, give yourself space to have a great day. And like I said, remember what we said before, today only happens once, so you want to make it amazing. So we're living this show with the idea that one positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. So until tomorrow, make it a happy day.